I enjoy the challenge of Chelsea, and make no mistake, it is quite a it's not hard. Well, it is hard work, but it's quite a challenge to get everything right. And I can't deny that there's been mishaps along the way. Of course there has, but nobody knows about those except me, really. I mean, obviously going back 70 years, 70 consecutive goals, an amazing achievement. And that's gone back to the staging teams, preparing teams back in 70 years ago when I wasn't around. I think the quality of the stock's got to be there, the staging, the labelling, so much goes into, the final exhibit before they're judged. So that's obviously happened 70 years ago. It may be in different format to some of the themes and designs that Andy's created, which has made my job in some ways, I suppose, slightly easier, because with defined themes within the exhibit, I know very well what plant material I have to produce for those themes within the design. It's a lifetime achievement, and I can't deny there was a few tears shed when we got that gold up there.
Well, Hillier have exhibited at Chelsea Flower Show since the very early years of the show. And last year we won our 69th consecutive gold medal. This year we've just got our 70th. And Chelsea is, realistically, it's almost a sort of way of life for some of us. It's not our full-time job, but during the course of the year we're obviously planning and preparing to put on the largest exhibit in the show. Well, the winning formula, I suppose, is always really to create something that's very spontaneous. Everything has to be at peak. So inside we're judged as what's called a floral exhibit in a Royal Horticultural Society show. So everything has to be doing what it's grown to do in a garden. So a flowering shrub has to be in the peak of flower. A foliage shrub has to be perfect. And I think, the winning formula for us is the fact that we have a group of people who come from all throughout the company, and some other people who sort of join us maybe to do it for a year. There is no planting plan for the exhibit. We put it all together very much by eye. I'm looking for colour combinations that are pleasing, that are exciting, that are calming. I'm looking for lots of ideas that visitors can take home with them, so they can say, yes, I like that, I like the idea of that, that's something I could replicate in my own garden. And I think with it, we we try to push our boundaries and produce something that's original every year. I mean, this year was my 25th year of actually being responsible for the exhibit, so it's my 25th gold. Ricky's been doing it for 50 years. And I think between us we have a kind of sort of understanding. So I can say, look, I'm thinking of doing this much of the exhibit in a green and white theme, and then he knows that actually he's going to produce the plant material to enable us to do it. I think every year, people say, well, what are you going to do next year? What happens next? And I mean, I often talk to groups about Chelsea Flower Show, and I always finish with a slide which says, and next year. I don't know. I mean, when we were sort of going for our 60th consecutive gold, Ricky and I said, right, okay, fine, we'll do our 60th and then we'll think about it. We've now done our 70th and we said we'll think about it. And we did say, that maybe, we'll hit the target of 70 and then maybe it's time to sort of maybe call it a day. But I don't know, sort of now the show's over, I think everybody's hankering for next year, and so we'll wait and see.